Good morning. There's so much happening in the world right now, and we see it and feel it. And if you are a person that pays attention to the signs from nature, we're in this season of shift because it's fall, and there are 2 eclipses in October. And before I even started learning about the natural rhythms that the universe has in place, I could feel them. I could feel that when there was a full moon, I felt different. If anybody teaches kids or works in a hospital, or you certainly know that it matters. So all these things impact us, and sometimes we're conscious of it and sometimes we're not. But here we are. And I know that a lot of us feel it because I'm hearing you and we're talking about it. So come along with me on this little meditative journey. And that's all I'll say. I hope you'll enjoy. So what I'm noticing in my conversations lately is people's very belief system getting rattled. And that's hard. That feels like an earthquake in our spirits. And I just got this sense of peace this morning about every time my belief system is shaken by the earthquake, it cracks parts of me open. And you know what an open heart is? That even if it's been cracked open by something hard, an open heart is an open heart. So if we have these openings, take good care of them, do what you have to do with them, and then make sure you're filling them up with love and compassion. And that's really the important thing to attune to. So if you find that love and compassion from inside of yourself, because you've cultivated that inside of yourself, that's amazing. And if not, I just invite you to come to spaces where love and compassion is held for you to just rest in, because those cracks, are really tender places. So here's some questions. So if say for instance, you're a person that feels like you're struggling with belief systems inside your family, or you're a person who's struggling with belief systems inside the framework you grew up in. I grew up Christian. What I find to be fascinating is every single thing that shook my faith, that broke it open and brought it to a new level, I learned inside the church, partly through maybe a message or a sermon that somebody gave me that said be more open. And then when I opened, sometimes it was well, we didn't mean like that. And I'm well, that's weird, because God is in this, and I think God meant it like this. I feel that to my bones. So it's tricky, right? It's tricky. So I just want you to know that this is a place I support your growth. I support your questions. The part of you that questions, and the part of you that wants deeper and more and richer relationship with the God of your understanding, with yourself, with your people, with this life. That is what we're here for. So those are the places this meditation is about today. So if you'd like to join me, find a seat. Get heavy in your sit bones. So in the little bones, in your booty, get heavy. And slowly just let your chin guide and look from side to side. So go no farther than your chin wants to go. And have your chin drawn back. None of this jutted out posture. So draw your chin in. So your hips, then your ribs, then your head, They're all stacked up, and chin is just going side to side. Just really slowly roll your shoulders up and back. And take this movement as slow as the slowest part of you wants to go. So find that space in you that would like to just slow down even more, and let that part of you take the lead right now. That worker part of you can just rest or step aside. When you feel ready, just let your shoulders drop. Check back in, hips. So your pelvis, your ribs, and then your head are stacked. And breathe. And start imagining that your senses are coming in closer to you. So let yourself hear or sense. Notice what you're paying attention to still that's far away. And then allow yourself to pull your senses in closer to you. So it's as if you're a little jellyfish and you've got all these tentacles, and you're just bringing them back in. You're tucking them back in and coming in. And keep just gathering your senses and even all your little spidey senses that sense beyond your body's senses. Just bring them all in. And let them rest here on the rise and fall of your breath. Like, it may help you to have your hands physically on your body to kind of bond with your breath a little more. If you feel like you need it to be a little more robust, like a calling in because you're really feeling busy out there, get active in your seat. So activate your legs like they're holding you up. Press your hands into your lap, roll your shoulders back, and let your breath be bold. So inhale like you're inhaling down the back of your throat, so you can hear that cycle like I'm making. And then exhale the same way up the back of your throat, like as if you were going to fog a mirror. We're practicing. If you're going to be Darth Vader for Halloween, you're going to have it nailed. So inhale, breath down the back of your throat. And exhale out of your mouth. All the way until your belly empties, till your belly button is pressed to your spine to press out that last bit of breath. Stay with that breath if that feels more meditative for you. Just go to a long inhale and exhale if that's too much. Just giving you ways to anchor in here. So keep breathing. Just any time during this meditation, if your mind wanders, come back, reestablish your connection to that breath pattern that you feel aligned with today. And focus on your feet and your seat. Your feet and your seat. Just let those get heavy. Really feel gravity pulling you to the earth. Remembering that gravity holds you here. And just allow that pull to feel stronger, and it pulls roots out of you, roots that root you down to the foundations of the earth, that you are held even at that basic level. So let your roots get big and expansive and root down with whatever imagery feels right for you. I like to just really imagine like these beautiful, magical, like fairy tale roots that go down and find places to hook all around and really anchor me to the earth. Anchor, anchor, anchor in your seat and your feet. And let your breath really live in your ribs here. So inhale into your ribs and expand all those little muscles in between your ribs so that your breath is really breathing you wide. Expand your whole body out and back in, and your whole body out and back in. And bring your attention to that place, like kind of like your stomach or right below your sternum, where when you feel something you go, oh, you know, your gut. In Japan, this is the word for this space in Japanese is sort of like our word for heart. So let this heart of yours rest back. And then come up to the heart in your chest. And breathe in. And we're going to stay here a few moments more with our heart space. So imagine your heart, your lungs, everything inside your ribs, all the way up to your collarbones, like all of this, breathing out and in, is connected to your heart space. Even your arms are an extension of your heart space. That's why working with our hands and extending a hand and lending a hand, that's why that's so powerful. So let just the fullness of all of this, so just like shoulders, back, all the way down to the bottom of your ribs. Feel the bottom of your ribs. Expand your arms. Take a really nice full breath and fill up your ribs. Stretch your fingers wide. This is your heart space. And breathe and just explore around inside this heart space. What's here? What sensations are here? Do you feel tingling or tightness or an ache? Or it's okay if you don't have a name for it. Just notice. Just let yourself be really like a curious observer. You're not a fixer right now. You're not a judger. You're the you that is the compassionate you, and you're just checking in. You're just seeing like, gosh, what else here? Haven't been here in a while. Just take inventory. And then come to a place inside your heart space that you feel like you could kind of set up camp. Maybe you're going to build a cozy little fire there and sit by the fire. Maybe there's just an amazingly big, comfy, like chair and a half that you can cuddle in with a knit blanket. Maybe it feels like you're leaning up against the biggest tree in the forest with the leaves under you and the smell of the forest filling your lungs. Maybe it feels like a cave, like you can just climb in this little cocooned cave with just enough light for you to see. Find your place. Just keep settling into that place in your heart. Breathe here. And invite in wisdom or love. Or maybe there's a loved one that is past that you feel like you know guides you. Invite them in. Maybe you feel connected to a particular ancient teacher. Maybe it's the God of your understanding. Invite in. And if you don't know, it's okay. I usually leave it open and just see who comes. And so invite in wisdom, truth, love, compassion. Imagine just an opening. That allows that being or person to come near you. And if you're sitting by the campfire, imagine them coming and sitting with you by the fire or across from you in your cozy chair, or maybe shoulder to shoulder with you by your big, beautiful tree, wherever you are. Just be with this person, with this sense of love and compassion. Just be here. And if you're tempted to start talking or ask questions or leave that aside right now, just let yourself experience being together. And if you're feeling like at a loss of what that looks like, just allow you, like if you were leaning in to hear someone whisper a message to you, just energetically lean in, give them your full attention so that they can reciprocate and give you their full attention. It takes both. And now, without words and without asking, let that most vulnerable part of yourself that you wish somebody could just fix or take care of, or the part of you that just feels so tender and you wish it wasn't, just let that part of yourself be seen. Just feel into it. And just feel the love and compassion and kindness that you're offering yourself by letting it be here and receiving it from who is gathered near. And keep breathing. And check in, just see how your breath is doing here. Keep breathing. Keep opening and receiving. Just remembering that these parts of us that have been cracked open. Now the light can come in. So you're welcome to stay right here and soak this in longer. Or you can put your hand to your heart. Thank the one that's with you for the guidance, for the love, for the presence they've offered you by simply being with you. Press your other hand on your heart. It's just your own support of yourself for bringing yourself here, all the way in from way out where your life is. And let yourself just start journeying out of this cozy little place. So maybe you're stretching, wiggling, just so slowly. Take a few breaths. And come back to your seat, knowing that that place is always there for you, anytime. And get heavy in your seat. Maybe even press your hands into your legs, activate your legs, press your legs into your hand, roll your shoulders back. Breathe in, breathe out. And then hand to heart and hand to belly, so your two hearts. What wisdom can you take with you into your day? Keep it short, like less than a sentence. Might be a word you can come back to, or just one feeling. What can you take with you into your day, into your week, into your weekend, into your month? What can you take with you from this one little experience? Breathe and exhale and seal that gift. And open your eyes. Thank you so much for being with me. I love that you gave that time to yourself. You are so worth it. You're a treasure to the world, to your family, to everywhere you show up to. You are a gift. Don't forget that. All right, I love you.